Um, so yeah, I also did the life cycle of my name is Sarah Gray, and I also did the life cycle of a butterfly. So the grade is kindergarten and first graders, and it would take approximately an hour and 30 minutes. It meets the Indiana Department of Education standards for kindergarten and first graders, so kindergartners will be able to describe and compare the growth and development of common living plants and animals, and it also helps out with engineering as well. So both kindergarten and first graders have life science skills with the standards, but they also have the engineering standards. So students will also be able to develop a simple sketch in order to create a model, and then first graders with the life science will develop a model mimicking animals and use their external parts to help them survive, grow, and meet their needs. So lesson objectives are the students will be able to identify the main topic of the key terms, and then students will be able to identify the sequence of a butterfly's lifestyle as well. So we're expecting that students as first graders and kindergartens will already have the prior knowledge on what a caterpillar and a butterfly is, and so through that they'll be able to learn the life cycle. The materials needed are the Butterfly Song by Harry Kindergarten Music, pictures of real eggs, caterpillars, chrysalises, and butterflies, From Caterpillar to Butterfly by Deborah Hilligman, and if you don't have access to the book, you can always, I linked the read aloud on there, so there's always the option to watch the read aloud on YouTube, and you'll need scissors, paper plates, markers, glue, crayons, and dry pasta for the activity later, and optional worksheets. Key terms for the students to remember are butterfly, caterpillar, chrysalis, and egg. So for the most part, these materials are very precise and helpful for the teacher, but the exact amount is not shown because depending on how many students you have, you don't know whether to have 18 or 30 scissors. So, yeah. So students will be able to draw a know, would like to know, and learn chart on the board, and it asks students what they already know and what they would like to know, and then so they will fill in the know column and the what would like to know column, and then they'll pick a butterfly song and just go throughout keywords and pictures for the introduction. And then it just goes through the story from caterpillar to butterfly that you'll show your students. And you can ask students simple questions from like, how does a caterpillar turn into a butterfly? Like stopping and making sure the student is understanding what is going on. And you can also take it a step further and teach students that every butterfly is unique and beautiful, and so are they. So it helps them like understand that they also are unique. And so this activity I added on, so the butterfly life cycle, you can use the noodles and take an example from that and just show kids the butterfly life cycle using the noodles. So it's a fun little activity. And then for work time, you can give students some quiet work time after the activity is finished if you feel that you have time. So I said just like choose whichever worksheet you would like to use because they're both very similar. So just whichever one they feel like doing, you could just give them the option. And so for the assessment and review, you will check off things off the would like to know that you guys covered in class, and you would also fill in the learn. So it really helps kids understand what they learned, and you also want to review stages of the butterfly cycle. And so here are the worksheets that you can cut out and put onto to make the steps. And for content, the content concept used in this lesson plan is flows and cycles, and the topic from that would be ecosystems, living, non-living, and dead, because it shows the cycle of the butterflies' lives and how they grow. For context, I put the butterflies pollinate the plants, which helps our ecosystems and helps create more plants and food for humans and animals in the ecosystem, which is important to Western modern science. And then the critique, Western modern science sometimes facilitates the destruction of nature of plants that the butterflies have pollinated. And also there's the other worksheet, which the kids can pick from. So yeah, any questions? Okay.
Get that last one a bit better. Actually, I'm kidding. I don't feel any better. It's a good thing